Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to another reading here at Transform with Rian. And in today's reading, we're going to look at some predictions for what lies ahead. What's up ahead on your path and your journey, okay? There's something very important. We're going to channel it through your future self as a way to kind of give you a heads up on what's going to happen. And after we identify what that is, we'll take a look at some guidance, some advice from them. Because hindsight is always 2020 vision, right? Like things seem so much clearer when you look back on them. So we'll receive some of that guidance and advice from your future self as well. Now, take a deep breath in as we prepare to receive this collective message to be aligned with your reading. So, deep breath in and hold your breath for 3, 2, 1, and deep sigh, exhale out. Perfect. And go ahead and keep taking those deep breaths in and out as we reveal this collective message. You are not alone. This card reminds you that you are loved and never alone. You are always surrounded by angels and the divine. Ask your past loved ones to be with you. Be open to reach out to your family and friends. So I'm getting as a collective message for everybody is that as you move forward in your life journey, what's coming up next for all of you, although there's going to be different flavors of this, is an opportunity for you to receive some help and assistance from your family and friends. Okay, so whatever's going on ahead, you're not meant to do this alone. You're going to need some help, and this help will be happily given. All right, so let's see what this is all about. All right, we're going to start with group number 1. So we're going to get some details here on what lies ahead for you. Get some predictions on what's happening ahead in your future, and then we'll get some advice with these cards right here. So I'll put that off to the side for now. You have transits, Pluto with rebirth, and trine or sextile, symbiosis. So what I'm seeing here for all of you is there's going to be a situation where you're going to need to work together with someone else. It kind of speaks to what we were talking about a little bit earlier to overcome this next obstacle or get through this next phase in your life. What I'm feeling for many of you, this could definitely be like a work situation in which your friends or your family will be an important role in helping you navigate this, okay? For some of you, what I'm seeing with the symbiosis and rebirth is that when it comes to work or employment, there's probably going to be some type of referral coming through from your family or friends. Okay, so if you're like an entrepreneur or business owner, they're going to refer some business to you. Okay, and that will be very good for you and the success of your business. For others of you, I'm seeing sort of like a recommendation, okay? So it's kind of like they hear through their own network, your family and friends, they hear through their own network that, oh, there's this position open that an acquaintance is looking to have filled, and they think of you immediately. They're like, oh my gosh, I know somebody who has that training or who's had that role before or who would be a perfect fit for that position. And so you'll kind of be referred that way, you know? So some networking energy happening right there. And this rebirth is like a new opportunity for you professionally, okay? I feel that you are going to be learning a lot and your skills are going to be evolving, and it's kind of like, again, you're not going to be that person that you knew going into this position. It's going to teach you a lot. You're going to grow a lot. Here with this climate, I'm sensing that I'm sensing heat as I'm tuning into this card. So there's this energy of heat, meaning you need to take quick action on this. All right, this is not something that you can spend too much time weighing the pros and cons and thinking about. I'm really feeling that you need to jump on this opportunity. Now, it doesn't mean that you just kind of take what's offered for you. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if you need to negotiate, right? Like negotiate the terms of your contract, negotiate your salary and pay, your time off, benefits, whatever. Like, yes, definitely negotiate and see what you can get that's worth it for you, that matches your worth as an employee or as a manager, whatever, right? But what I'm getting here is this offer is not meant to be passed up on. Okay, that it could easily be given to someone else if you do not express that interest, if you don't act on it. Okay, I'm sensing that that the need is really high for them. Like this is not something that it's like, oh, like just get back to me whenever you feel like it. Like no, this is a position that needs to be filled. They're looking again for this kind of contract work. Maybe they're trying to launch something. Maybe they ran out of supplies and they really need someone to supply, like replenish their supply quickly. So again, this is not something you can sleep on. So what I'm hearing, what I'm channeling from your future self is like whatever communications come through, pay attention to them, okay? Like respond to text messages quickly. If they call, do your best to answer right away if you can step away from whatever it is you're doing when they call, or if email, right? So respond to emails in a timely manner. So check them frequently. Check your messages and email frequently because it's important that you respond timely. You know, I'm kind of hearing that it's just a reflection of how it's going to be like to work with you. So they want someone who's very responsive to messages, okay? And who will get back to them. Because I'm sensing that there might even be this energy of panic about them, okay? That they're really worried about something and that they really have a need of your services. Of your employment, okay? So that's the energy they're coming from, is like they're feeling very quick and hasty kind of thing. Now let's see what we have going on here with this, your fortune card. So we have throne, position of authority. Okay, this is beautiful. I got a couple of things coming through with that. We have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Butterfly, a change for the better. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my God, that was a beautiful trio of cards that you have here. So let's take a look here at this throne, position of authority first. So again, they want to hear an answer from you fast, but that doesn't mean that you are not in a power position here, a position of authority to negotiate for yourself and for your terms, all right? Again, they have a strong need, so you do have an advantage here that you can provide this need for them. And you can provide it well. What I'm seeing here too for some of you as well, this is a position of authority that's being offered to you if it's not like contract work. For example, like this is like a leadership role, most likely that it's going to be given towards, that is going to be offered to you, like from family and friends. Are going to hear about like, oh, you need a manager, you need a shift leader, you need a trainer, you need, you know, someone to manage bank accounts, do the accounting, someone to manage stocks and supplies, right? So there's this position of authority here. This isn't like an entry-level position. That's probably an easier way to put it, you know? It's not an entry-level position that you're being considered for. This is an advanced position. And why is this being offered to you? It's because of this, dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. You have the training. You have the expertise for this offer. You are honestly exactly what this person needs, all right? So don't doubt your value, don't doubt your worth, and definitely don't doubt what you're bringing to the table, because honey, you are bringing a lot to the table, okay? So stand in that power, stand in that. You are hot, hot, hot. You are a hot, not commodity, that sounds like so wrong, hot asset. There you go. You're an asset to this project, this company, what you're providing. So you can negotiate. That's the thing here. That's this kind of pulling these cards together, change for the better, financial gain, position of authority. You can negotiate. So do not hesitate to do so. I'm not saying be greedy. Don't get me wrong there, okay? We want to have good energy going into this situation. So I'm not saying to be greedy. But what I'm saying is to, if there's an opportunity for you to get paid closer to what you're worth, if not exactly what you're worth, go for it. So your future self, I'm hearing and I'm feeling this energy of success. The negotiations are going to be successful. It will work out well, even if you're not that type of person that, is comfortable negotiating, that's like used to negotiating. It's going to be okay. You're going to do great. All right. So just put counter offer up. So just have something in your mind, okay? Something that you're comfortable with. Let me just pause for a second before I pull some tarot cards because I want to make sure we're also pulling in your future self into this reading here. I'm also channeling and hearing from your future self that you're going to be able to pay off some debts that you have as part of this financial gain. So yes, you're going to be able to get a higher pay, right? Get a higher commission for this. And what's really going to help is going to help with some of the debt that you have. So credit card bills, student loans, business loans, whatever the case may be. I'm hearing that this offer, this professional offer, this career offer is going to be really, really helpful for that. So let's get some clarifiers here. What else do we need to know about this? So we have 2 of Wands, 6 of Coins, 2 of Swords, the Fool, and also the 4 of Wands. So I'm feeling here that there's definitely something to celebrate happening here, okay? With the 6 of Coins and the 4 of Wands, I'm feeling like maybe there might even be some kind of bonus, okay? Like a sign-on bonus or an advance payment being given to you, and then the rest of the payment will come after you deliver kind of thing, or even like a sign-on bonus. I've actually seen sign-on bonus is something that I used to see like in the tech and the medical industry, but I was walking I was in a strip mall and I was going to have lunch with my sister and my grandma and my nephew. And there was a bakery. Maybe some of you have heard about it, but it's 85 degrees. It's this like delicious bakery from Taiwan that has a lot of branches now in the US. I'm not sure what other countries aside of Taiwan and US that they're in, but really, really good stuff. I'd highly recommend checking it out. I'm sure you'll find something, if not several things that you like. But they were offering higher bonuses for like managers, for cashiers, for bakers, for the baristas and stuff. They were giving sign-on bonuses for everybody, okay? So I just feel like, at least in the US, for sure, I don't know about other countries, but in the US, the workforce is in dire need of workers. So many people have felt misaligned with their job and left their jobs, quit their jobs, had burnout, whatever. I was one of them, for example, and I know a couple other people were as well. And so it's the companies and the businesses are really looking for that help and that aid. And so I see here that there's definitely a reason to celebrate because there's an opportunity for a sign-on bonus or a really good benefits package that wasn't offered before, before all this sort of recession type energy, low economy kind of thing. Now, interesting enough, look at this here. I just noticed this right now, but you have 2 twos. 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords. So I'm getting this message from your future self that this offer is going to be coming in within the next 2 days to 2 weeks. And I'm hearing this process like negotiating, hiring, beginning your training and stuff is going to happen really quickly as well. So the connection, the contact is going to be made likely within 2 days to 2 weeks. And then everything's going to be sorted out by 2 months. Like everything's going to be finalized. You're going to be hired. You're going to win the contract. You're going to receive, your bonus, your advance payment of the fees, whatever, early within the next 2 months. Things are going to get going. So that really speaks to your future self, really emphasizing like something is coming really, really quickly for you. Okay. And so it's important that you're prepared for this. So I'm hearing from your future self, like do some meditations on like what it is that you want out of your next position that you have in a company or your next contract that you're going to sign. So think about the past, okay? Something you did in the past. So think about like what you liked about your previous work, your previous client, your previous contract, and what you didn't. And then really set yourself up to have the best that you could possibly have when it comes to this next career move, this next opportunity. Okay, I'm really sensing this is very financial, career, professional life driven, this reading. Now, here, what I'm seeing is the reason why you need to think about this is because you don't want to be blindsided. You really want to go into the interview, into the meeting with a very clear sense of what you want. Okay, like what is the standard now? So maybe take a look at some competing groups and agencies or whatever. Go online, look up like what is the average pay for this role, this position in your state, in your city, in your country, and then make sure that they don't lowball you. Okay, so if it's like, for example, if a manager in your area, wherever you're at in the world, typically gets paid like $30, $40 an hour, like don't let them come at you with like $30 or 20 something dollars. Oh my gosh, that would be so shady, right? If they came at you with $20. Definitely negotiate higher. So negotiate for that higher end of the bracket and be like, oh, okay, 30 is on the low end. Like with my experience, with my training, with what I have to offer, I'm worth $40 an hour, not 30. Okay. So I feel like they're definitely going to lowball you. And I think that's just negotiating. Okay, I feel like that's just negotiating at its heart. I don't know very many businesses that usually offer what the true value is right out the gate. So definitely negotiate. And the thing with the negotiation that I'm hearing from your future self as well, kind of like a reminder, is that you don't even have to necessarily negotiate the pay, but you can negotiate the money in another way. Okay, so if they won't go up to $40 an hour, for example, then get more vacation time, get more sick leave, get them to invest more in a retirement plan. Okay, get them to cover some of your other expenses, like if you need special license maintenance or certifications or whatever, have them pay for it instead. So I'm hearing that it doesn't necessarily have to be in your salary or your pay. It can be in one of the benefits where you can get more. So just have a strategy, have an idea. Don't go in blind, okay? That's the advice from your future self. Maybe even do a little research on the company that's wanting to hire you as well. Here with the Two of Wands, again, I'm seeing here, don't spend too much time dilly-dallying, okay? That it's important that you have a very clear idea of what you desire in your work and a very clear idea of what they ask of you, and then make sure you can meet in the middle. And when the offer is made, don't spend too much time waiting or sitting on it. Maybe there's some things you need to consider. Maybe you need to talk to your spouse or your partner about it, whatever, but don't spend too much time doing that. Okay, so don't put it off. Just if there's something you need to discuss with your partner or your spouse before you say yes to this opportunity, like right after the meeting or later that evening, that day, make sure you talk to your spouse about it. Okay, so you can give them an answer within the next 24 48 hours. That's just coming through very, very strongly. Okay, this is like a fast moving thing for you. Now with the Fool energy, this is really beautiful. I really feel like with this opportunity, pulling in this butterfly, dolphin, this chair, and the energies of your future spouse, I feel like this is a turning point for you, okay? Like, this is an opportunity for you to feel progress and like you're moving on up in life with what's happening here, okay? So this is going to be a very welcome thing for you, and I feel like it's going to be really exciting. You're going to learn a lot about yourself and what you're capable of, about your worth, and about the industry that you're moving into. I feel like there's some new things coming through for you that you're going to learn to kind of up your game even more. That's amazing. That's beautiful. New skills coming through here. Now let's see what your more advice and guidance is here. So vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. Oh my God, yes. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. So this is a leveling up for you, what's coming up ahead. So embrace it. And the other thing that I'm getting for advice is feel into the energies of this position as well, okay? Tune into the vibrations and see how well it matches. And maybe there are certain parts that are not vibrationally in alignment for you, and those are parts you can negotiate about your job. Okay. No limitations there. Oh my god, that's totally about that negotiating, I feel, for your hiring conditions. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. So there you go. Your future self is saying you have a lot to offer. You're going to be very successful in this role, in this company. You're going to do a lot for them. Okay, so it's make sure you get compensated appropriately. Patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. So I hear many of you are kind of maybe getting antsy about this, but again, you might need to wait these 2 weeks to 2 months for everything to get settled and finalized. So just be patient. It's going to work out great. I feel like you're probably eager to jump in. This is going to be an exciting opportunity for you. And don't worry, it's going to go fine. Don't feel like you need to start immediately right away. Just know that, you have 2 months. Everything will get going, okay? So I'm wishing you so much luck in your negotiations. This is such an amazing reading. You have something very exciting ahead of you. Thank you so much for tuning into your reading. I really appreciate your watching. I appreciate your likes. I appreciate your comments. As a matter of fact, make sure if this resonates with you, make sure I claim my reading. I claim my group 1 reading. Comment that down below to lock this energy in if it's something that you want in your life. And as always, you can suggest some topics for me to do readings on. I'm happy to take them into consideration. And of course, never forget that it's not too late for your happily ever after. It will come. It's in the pipeline. So I'll see y'all again soon. Bye, loves. Hey there, Group 2. Welcome to your reading for the prediction on what lies ahead for you and some guidance and advice from your future self as well. So that part is going to be in these cards here. So I'm going to put them off to the side and let's just get some more information on your predictions, what's coming up ahead, what your future self is allowed to kind of share with you about what to expect. So we have dignified strength, Leo with shine. That's very interesting that this card comes out with this lion with the strength card, because in the tarot, the strength card, the major arcana card, is often depicted with a Leo in it. And you also have debilitated, discomfort. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is, first of all, there's going to be a lot of change and shift. Whatever it is that your future self is speaking to, it's going to happen during Leo season. So Leo season is in August, primarily in August, okay? So it's from July into August. So that's Leo season. What I'm also hearing is that this could also be around the Leo full moon. So that is actually during Aquarius season. Yes. So coming up at the time I'm recording this video, coming up we have the Aquarius new moon. So the Leo full moon will happen in February of 2023. Coming up. So if you happen to catch this reading before then that is what you can, that's kind of like a timeline. So February, as soon as February 2023 for some of you, or it will be more in mid-July to mid-August, like kind of that time frame, Leo season. So you can look up the exact dates online. And what I'm seeing as what your future self can share with us about this is that it's going to be something that's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to feel a bit unpleasant, okay? So it's going to be that type of change, that type of shift that's going to challenge you, okay? That's what's really calling forth, being called through, I should say, with this discomfort. So it's going to really be, I'm hearing from your future self, it's going to push your limits. It's going to push your boundaries, okay? Further than you thought that you could go. And that's where that growth really happens. And so your future self is really encouraging you to stay strong, stay committed to this. Don't shy away from this challenge, okay? I'm feeling that you're going to have this temptation to kind of quit, throw in the towel, say it's all too much, and your future self is saying, don't do this, okay? Now I'm seeing very clearly that this is a prediction because, there's multiple timelines, right, coming through, and so there's a timeline in which you may feel tempted to give up and actually give up on this, and there's a timeline where you are going to persevere and you're going to triumph. And so I'm feeling that just out of these two timelines, even though there's multitudes of them, it's your future self that stayed strong, that saw this through to the end, okay? That is communicating in your reading right now. And I'm hearing that you're really going to benefit from this. It's going to be worth your while. All right. It's just what I'm hearing is the benefits are going to feel delayed. It's not going to be instant gratification where it's like, I'm going to push through this and then like, I'm just going to struggle for 1 or 2 weeks and then I'm going to be able to claim my prize. It's not like that at all. It almost feels, okay, this is the analogy that I'm getting. It's kind of like an investment that compounds. Okay. So it's like, yeah, if you invest, we'll just say $1 today, that dollar could be worth $1,000 in a few months or by the end of the year. Okay, so it's growing exponentially in that way, but you're not going to be able to kind of claim the prize until later. So it's like a delayed gratification in a way. So think of it that way, that you're not going to see the full extent, the full value of what you're doing until later on down the road. It kind of makes me think of too, what I'm getting is like when I first finished school, when I first got my master's degree, the first job that I got was at a community health center and the pay wasn't that great, wasn't that amazing. It was a little bit on the lower end. But then on my second job, after I got some experience, I was able to negotiate an even higher pay. Okay, like significantly higher, where it was like I was making like $50,000 to $60,000 more a year than my first job. Okay, so after a couple of years in this salary, I was able to get 50 to 60,000 more when I got my new job. So I feel like it's something very similar in that regard for you. Now, it may not even be about work, okay? It may be more about some personal thing, but that's just kind of an example to illustrate that sort of energetic shift, okay? So for some of you, I even hear that it could even be with like health, right? Like the changes that you make today are going to be hard, especially if there's something about like a habit or an addiction that you have to something. It's going to be really hard to overcome it. Okay, but it's going to be worth it in the end. And it's going to feel really crummy at first, maybe if it's to the point where you're having withdrawals, right? And that's not even just about substances. I'm thinking like maybe you need to change your diet or get in the habit of exercising, right? You might get some muscle aches, muscle pains, your stomach might be growling a bit, you might notice like changes in your bowel movements or something like that, or your energy levels as you incorporate these new diet or exercise regimens into your life. And so it's going to feel really crummy, right? And you're just going to be like, oh my God, I give up already. I'm just going to like go back to not exercising as much or go back to my old diet. You might feel that temptation, but in the long run, you're going to be grateful. What I'm hearing from your future self is that like when you look at your friends and family who don't actually have healthy habits, you'll start to see how it has a negative impact on their health. Okay, especially your friends and family who are close in age to you. You'll see over the coming years that your health is a lot better off because of the choices you're going to be making and the practices and habits you're going to be creating and building starting from this point forward in your reading, okay? So I feel, again, for some of you, you'll be able to implement and get these going, like with the Leo full moon. And as far as the benefits, you might not see the full benefits or appreciate the full benefits until like Leo season, okay? So if like weight loss, for example, is your goal, you might not reach your goal weight until mid-July, mid-August, Leo season timeframe, okay? Or for those of you that are, overcoming some type of addiction of some sort, then it won't feel like normal to you again. It won't feel easier for you until that Leo season time frame where it's kind of like the fight to resist isn't as strong, isn't as difficult anymore. Wow, very, very cool. So let's see what we got here with the fortune cards. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Ladder. Climbing towards success. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is what your future self really wants you to be aware of is this journey is not going to be supported by everyone in your life. Okay, that you have to be very selective, that not all your friends and family are going to support you. There are going to be some that are not going to be as helpful. Okay, so you need to be very selective of who you spend your time with and what energy you're allowing into your life. So some friends are not going to support your health goals or like switching careers or whatever it is that's this big change is, and others will. So it's important that you stay close and stay in contact with the people that do support you. All right, because not everyone is going to be on board with this. So this broken wishbone and feather, what I'm really feeling here is that you're going to wish that everyone will be supportive of you, that everyone's going to have your back. But the truth is not everyone will, okay? And that's not a reflection of you. It's because they're going through their own thing as well. You know, it makes me kind of think of my friends that I used to go out clubbing and partying with, you know, when I was in my 20s, all the way even to like my early 30s, right? They are kind of, they were like my party friends. When, you know, there's a good time to be had, there's drinking to be had, like they would invite me, we'd have fun, we'd like party through the night, whatever. And then the moment when I decided to stop drinking as much or not going out as much, they weren't supportive of that. They tried to peer pressure me and influence me to like go out with them and get drunk. And, you know, there were times I did do it and I really regretted it. And I would tell myself, my gosh, I shouldn't have done that, right? I wasn't into it. I wasn't feeling it anymore. I should not have done it, but I did it anyway. And now I'm paying the price, right? With like a hangover or less money because you know, drinks are not cheap when you go out. My gosh, it's ridiculous sometimes how much it costs to go out and have fun with friends. And so, you know, over time, it was kind of a bummer because, you know, you have this idea that these are your friends and they'll support you, and then they really don't, you know, and sometimes they might even shame you for this choice that you're making to better your life and better your circumstances. So I just feel like that's going to add to some of the discomfort. And this is your journey, okay? It's important to acknowledge that this is your journey, my loves, and you know what's best for you, okay? Once you connect deep within, you know what's best for you. And you don't need everybody's approval to move forward with that. Not at all, okay? Because here with the ladder, you're climbing towards success, okay? So you are going to find yourself in a better situation health-wise, relationships-wise, financially, sort of personal development, fulfillment, joy. You're going to feel a lot better by making some of these difficult changes. And again, they're just difficult for the time being. And these are opportunities that I'm seeing for you. You probably may even have a handle on what it is already, but perhaps the details of like what kind of diet, what do you need to eat, what kind of exercise routine, what habit needs to like how do you break these unhealthy habits, like that kind of thing. Like you just don't know the step-by-step stuff right now, but once you make that choice and commit to it, then the step-by-step and the guidance will come in. Okay, right? So it's like you know you want to get healthier, you just don't know the best way to do it. So you hire a personal trainer, you hire a personal nutritionist. Then they tell you like the day-to-day, like the ins and outs and all the details of how to make this come true for you. Got it? All right, let's get some tarot cards out though. Let's get some clarifiers from your future self about what this is all about here. Okay, I'm actually hearing that you only need 3. So we're going to stick with 3. We're going to follow that guidance from future self that we just need the 3 cards. So here we have the 3 of coins. So you definitely need to get some help in this process, okay? So that way you don't fall off the wagon here, that you stay consistent. So I'm seeing here that a coach, I'm hearing from your future self that a coach, like an accountability coach or a trainer is going to be really essential for you, okay? Because in the beginning, your willpower alone is not going to be strong. It's not going to be strong enough to keep you moving forward. Okay, so it's important that you have a good ally, a good support system, and it may cost money here. Okay, it might not be something that you can do for free. So what I'm hearing is from your future self is like this is an investment into yourself, into your future, into your well-being. So don't hesitate to spend money on this, whatever it is that you need to spend money on. Okay, if you need that personal trainer, if you need a personal consultant for your nutrition and your dietary plan, do it, get it. Okay. If you need to join like a support group that costs money, then do it, okay? If you need like some therapy as well, right? You need that sort of mental health, emotional health support, do it. Get it. It will be worth it. You will be grateful that you made that choice. So recruit some aid, recruit some helpers in this, all right? Ace of coins. Well, there you go. New beginning. So I'm hearing from your future self that these changes that you're making are really going to pay off financially and with your health, for sure, whatever it is, whether it's like health habits, new job, new career, new relationship, whatever. Like this is going to help you in your body. You're going to notice your energy is better, your mood is better, you can think more clearly, you have more energy, more stamina physically to do things, get things done. You're going to have less health problems, like lots and lots of benefits here. Make more money, right? If you handle this, embrace this change. So there's lots and lots of benefits. It's like a new beginning for you. And look at this. We have the sun coming here with Leo and shine. What? So this is what I'm seeing is like maybe for some of you, you might look back on this current phase and what happened before as sort of like the dark ages of your life, right? Your really challenging era in your life. Because you're really moving into an elevated existence here. One where you feel like you're shining, where you feel like you're on top of the world, where people are really starting to recognize you and respect you for who you are right now, okay? It's like, I'm seeing recognition. So, with that health, it's like you're gonna have I see that you're gonna have a healthier body, and that's gonna get you attention. People are gonna be attracted to you now, right? Or for some of you, it may even be that as you take care of your body, like you're gonna start to just look younger, right? Because you're getting the proper rest, you're getting the proper nutrients in your body now. And so your body, it's gonna look like it might even be like a reverse aging, right? And people are gonna notice that about you. And, I also see too, like if you have to, break off some connections with family and friends who aren't supportive of you during this phase, what's going to happen is you're going to be recognized by other people in your life that are going to be a better fit for you, that are going to be a better friend, better family member, okay? And a better support system in your life, because these people want to see you succeed, okay? The sun is about success, about achievement as well, and recognition for your hard work and really being aligned, feeling like you're in your element here, okay? And I see that happening. So your future self is really, telling you in so many ways, you're not going to regret this. That's going to be difficult at first, yes, but it's going to be so worth it in the end. Now let's see what advice your future self may have about this as well. Channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Ooh, so for some of you, maybe it's not enough that you do this for yourself. It could be more so that you're doing this for someone else. Like you're doing this for your children so that you can be alive and see them grow up so that they can be proud of you. Some of you, it might be for your family member or your spouse, even, where you are doing this for their sake as well, because maybe some of the choices you've made have been a burden to others, or can create more burden and trouble for some of your friends and family later on down the road, right? So I feel like this is really important to understand that you're not just doing it for you, but your actions are also going to have an impact on your world. Oh my gosh, you got courage like a few times. Oh, I'm thinking just because of the lion, maybe with the courage. Like the cowardly lion and Dorothy, or the Wizard of Oz, I should say. Courage. Live your life fearlessly with courage. Strength. Oh, that's definitely a word that we saw earlier. Strength and determination. Okay, so you are worth it. Don't be afraid of a little bit of a challenge. You can overcome it. Your future self that's in this reading right now is proof of that. You can do this. Celebration. Celebrate your achievements. Yay! You truly are a gift to the universe. So it's important, your future self is saying that every step along the way to celebrate. Each day is a day moving forward. Each session, each decision you make should be celebrated, that you are moving forward, you're making the right choices. So that's the key to these challenging journeys that have a longer period of time to go through, is you have to celebrate along the way. That will help you keep at it, keep moving, keep going forward. So beautiful information from your future self. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments down below, letting the ads run when you watch these videos. Thank you for all this love and support that you're showing this channel and myself. If you have any ideas or suggestions for future readings you'd like to see me do, definitely I invite you to put them down in the comments below so I can take them into consideration, because I would love to hear your thoughts on that, okay? So before I go, remember, it's never too late for your happily ever after. See you all next time. Take care, loves. Hey there, Group 3. Welcome to your reading to get some predictions, some ideas about what lies ahead, courtesy of your future self. We're going to get some guidance from them as well after we figure out what's going on up ahead, and we'll reveal these guidance cards here at the end. So let's start here with your astrology cards. So we have Aries with Act. Oh my gosh, that's right. You were the group that had extra card come out for this. So we have South Node, Past. We have Sagittarius with Expand. Wow, that's really powerful, with 2 fire signs coming through. And we have Ascendant with Entrance. So I feel like we need to put these 2 fire sign cards next to each other. For some reason, I feel like that's important. So let's see what we got cooking for you here. So what I am feeling for some of you is that there's going to be a past situation that's going to come back to you, okay? And it's going to be like a negative memory, okay? A bad memory. So it could be like with an ex, it could be like maybe with a old coworker, old boss, old company. So something is going to come through here for you. And what I'm seeing is this is going to be your opportunity to act and get closure, okay? To really leave this behind you once and for all, so that you can expand and move forward, because this past thing has been a bit of a weight. It's been a bit of a burden energetically or in your life. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, this may not apply to all of you, but what I'm hearing from future self and stuff is like, for some of you, maybe you were in this period of separation. Like I've seen this in like movies and TV shows and whatever. It's like a couple separates, but they don't officially get divorced, okay? And so I feel like this is something that is possible for some of you, that you really need to kind of finalize that separation. Even if you weren't married, it's like finalizing whatever shared belongings you might have had, right? So just really deciding once and for all who gets what. and just kind of, I'm hearing really strongly that it's about cutting ties, okay? Because Aries energy is like very, very decisive. I'm hearing from your future self that something, you're entering a new stage in your life right here. And so it's really important that you cut a lot of your ties that are holding you back to the past, okay? That there can be a lot of symbolism here as well. I'm hearing for some of you, it's about getting rid of old clothes, getting rid of old photos, even, okay? So really kind of cleaning things out. So maybe there's like a storage unit or some things that you have stored in the basement or the attic. You need to really get rid of all that stuff, okay? Because you're going to need to make space for something else to come in here. And you cannot be weighed down by the burden of the past. I'm hearing, because it's going to be more challenging if you keep this in your life. It's going to make the process a little bit more unpleasant when this new thing makes its entrance into your life, okay? Because I'm hearing that you're being called to be someone different, be someone new, not be who you were before. I feel like we need to get more clarity. Like, what is this all speaking to here? Let's see if your future self can share that with us. So we have chair, empty. Someone is leaving your life. There you go. Okay, that's a confirmation of that. Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goal. Yes. So for sure, if you don't let go of these things, if you don't kind of clean, do a good spring cleaning, clean out, deep cleansing, whatever, it's going to be a lot more work to get to where you want to be. Okay, it's going to be kind of like dead weight that you're carrying with you. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. Ooh, okay. So, in our collective reading here, it says, be open to reach out to your family and friends. So you are going to need to enlist and call in the aid of a powerful friend to help you through this. Like maybe you have a friend who is a lawyer or who knows how to handle these types of separations and divvying up of assets and shared belongings kind of thing. Or maybe they know someone who is a good divorce lawyer or whatever. So whatever it is that you need to remove, that you need to shift out of, there's a friend that's going to be able to help you with that. So if you can't think of that person right away, just let your circle of friends know what it is that you're doing and ask them for their help, okay? Like I'm also getting for some of you, like what I did before is I've, left the US. I went to Bali and I spent an extended time in Bali. And it was really important to have some friends there to be able to help guide me to like, what do I need to know about living in Bali for this period of time? Like, where do I get groceries? How do I do my visa renewal? How do I, rent a place? Who can teach me how to drive a motorbike? Like those kinds of things. I had to speak to my friends about to get some help on, okay? So I feel like your network of friends is going to be really, really important for this phase of your life that you're entering, like kind of what's up ahead. I wonder if we can get some more details on this. Future self, can you give us some more info on this? This one is probably the most vague out of the three readings. It could be because, those of you that were drawn to this, there's just so many different things this is referencing. So it's hard to kind of cover it all in a general reading. Worst case scenario, which I don't really like to say that often, but the other possibility is that the details just cannot be revealed right now for the time being, and then it's going to be revealed more in the future. But, let's see what we can get, though, in your reading here. Okay, love? So we can get you that clarity. We have the world. So I feel like for some of you, this is going to involve some kind of moving. Okay? Yeah, because look, you have the Chariot as well. So what I'm seeing with this combination with the Chariot and the World card being major arcana cards, and these are minor arcana, is that this is going to involve some type of movement for you. Like moving to a different city, moving to a different state, moving to a different country, even for some of you. That's going to be a big thing. That's what you need to be aware of. I'm also hearing from, future self energy that some of you have already been thinking about this for quite some time, about the benefits of making a move, like a big move. Okay, it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna switch apartment units in this complex, or I'm just gonna move to the other end of the city. Like, no, it's not something like that. This is something big. Okay. And I'm hearing also for many people, there's a lot of opportunities to work from home. And so being a digital nomad is a really big opportunity for you to see the world and have a lot of enriching experiences in your life by being immersed in other cultures. So, yeah, I definitely, this one is coming through really, really strongly. So if this resonates with you, this is your confirmation of the decision you need to make, okay, for your highest and greatest good. Now, what is this all about? So 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and 10 of Swords. So here, what I'm seeing is that there's something that you've been holding on to, that you've been fighting for. And I feel like some of you don't even know why you're fighting for this anymore. Like, for example, with this divorce, like, why are you trying to keep this marriage if you're not even on the paper, on the books, if you're not even living together, if you have very limited contact with each other, if you don't really enjoy being around them even, right? If they cause you stress, like why are you even holding on to this? Okay, and it's about going deep within to ask yourself, like, why am I holding on to this thing, whatever it is, marriage or otherwise? Why am I even holding on to this? Why am I fighting to keep this in my life? What is it actually offering me? Okay. Because what I'm seeing here is, once you get down to it, you're going to see that it is harming you in some way. All right. And that there's this sort of cleansing energy that's entering your life right now, where it's like getting rid of all this negative energy, these negative ties and connections that are hurting you in some ways, but for sure not helping you, right? They're not helping you with your actual goals. They're keeping you stuck, okay? And so there's something that, so the key word that I'm hearing here is attachment. So what are some of the attachments in your life that you can stop fighting for? Because if you're fighting for it, then it could even be that it's not meant to be yours anymore. Like, because it's like you're clinging to it. You know what I'm saying? And it wants to be freed, right? And it doesn't have to be a person. It could, like, this thing could be symbolic. It could be some type of contract or agreement or circumstance or situation or whatever that is calling to be released, and for whatever reason you're hanging on to it. It's time to let that go. Okay? Wow. So maybe it's like an attachment to where you live, Like for the longest time I stayed here where I'm at because my family lives here and my oldest and dearest and closest friends lived here as well, and I was attached to this location, not because I wanted to be here, but because everyone I knew and grew up with was here. And I came to realize, like, it's not serving me to be here, right? And that's why I left to go to Bali, and that's why I'm feeling into leaving again. Because this is not what I feel where my destiny is going to be reached, where my destiny is going to be fulfilled. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not here in this physical location. And for you, it's not there in this job. It's not there in this relationship. So it's letting go of some of this attachments of what you thought you needed in your life. And when you look at it closer, you realize you don't. Okay, so let's take some advice. This reading is moving a lot faster, interestingly enough. So let's get some advice and guidance from your future self about how to navigate this coming your way here. So inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Okay, so whatever this is that's stressing you out, I'm hearing your future self saying, don't be afraid of it. Make this decision because you love yourself. Transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitations. Okay, there you go. And allow your soul's light to truly shine. So don't play it safe anymore. Don't play the same old record, the same old story over and over again. Move beyond it. Your mind kind of is tricking you into thinking this is all there is for you, but there's something more. So it's move beyond the mind's limitation, okay? And just embrace this new change, this new beginning that's more expansive. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. There you go. This is good advice. So from your future self, pay attention to your dreams moving forward. And if you recall some of your dreams when you're watching this reading, like those dreams probably have some very significant insight and wisdom to share with you about your current circumstance and what you need to do as well. Now, for some of you who don't really remember your dreams or don't dream often, then before you go to bed, you can actually set the intention that you will have a restful sleep, and upon waking, you will be able to recall your dreams in full detail. Okay, once you set those intentions and get the habit of it, you'll be able to recall your dreams a lot easier. So thank you so much for hanging out with me on this reading, and thank you for listening and watching all the way through. I appreciate all the likes and the comments that I receive from everyone. Thank you so much for allowing the ads to run if you do that, to help support this channel energetically. And also let me know if you have some suggestions on readings that you want to see me do, so I can take that into consideration and help nurture our community here at Transform with Rian. All right? So until next time, never forget that it's not too late for your happily ever after. All right? Take care, loves. I'll see you next time.